Hey, Matt Johnson here with Ice-T. You know, I'm standing in front of this Snowdog Twin Track. I'll tell you what, we had a chance to use this machine for the last 2 seasons. 2 seasons ago, we had one that was kind of a prototype. For the most part, it was the exact same machine, motor, all the things, bells and whistles. And then this is going to be what you're going to find on the shelves right now, which is the production model. So we've had 2 seasons of use behind this machine for the sport of ice fishing. Some trail riding, a bunch of stuff, so we really put some time into this. Super cool. I'm going to break down some features of this machine and then how we use it to catch fish and how it was benefit to angler on the ice. For starters, right off the bat, you can see it's got a larger footprint, right? It's a twin track, so it's 2 tracks on the machine. I know that sounds obvious, but it's got a little larger footprint, a little more room for storage. It is slightly heavier than your standard single track machine, so it's going to have a little more weight, not a ton, maybe 20% more weight. Still very light. And I talk about the weight factor because when you're ice fishing, especially early ice, before we got our ATVs or our snowmobiles on the ice, we got these machines on the ice. So we were out there on 2-3 inches of ice. We checked the ice ahead of time, safety first, and we took these snow dogs out ice fishing. So weight factor is super cool. Again, like I said, the footprint is nice. We can store more stuff here. You can see this space right here in front of where I stand is quite large. I can put a couple buckets, I can put a big tote, I can put my Vexilars, my Mr. Heaters, I can store rod bags along the side. So right off the bat, you're gonna notice there's just more room for storage. And with the way Snowdog sets up their machines, you know, you can mount different things to the side of these bars, whether it's rod holders, whether it's a auger mount, however you wanna do. You can trick out your Snowdog. So you see how English talk about tricking these machines out. In fact, we have a machine, one of our sports that we tricked out to make the day on the ice a lot more efficient. But the Twin Track, like you can see, has that extra storage. Super nice, super neat. Now when you walk back here to where the controls are, right off the bat you can see you got the larger handles here, very comfortable, a little wider stance, a little more comfortable frame setup when you're ripping around in the lake. Really comfortable, sporty type feel. These handles, which I think is super cool, they have built-in hand warmers. So you have, I don't have it on right now, but you have a light. The next switch is going to take you to heat and light. So now I'm going to have heated handlebars, handle holders, as I'm ripping around the ice. And if you were ice fishing at all last winter here in the Midwest, you know that we had a lot of days below 0, frostbite type conditions. So that heated handle warmer is super nice. Super easy way to start this machine. You got a choke, you got a power switch, you got an on-off switch, you got a throttle, you got a lever that engages forward. And this one has reverse, which is, I think, super important in situations when you're loading in and out of a truck, out of a trailer. It's as simple as pulling that knob back. Now I've engaged this machine into reverse situation. Back forward, I have, you know, forward. This is my throttle, this is my brake. Kill switch, a lot of times in situations on the ice when you got conditions where the terrain's a little more rough, frozen, packed snow, I'm wearing this kill switch along my wrist. You never know, you take a digger, you go off the side of this thing, this will shut off the motor, so super nice. Now, speaking to which, all Snowdogs, one cool feature of these machines is the packability. I can take this, I can lift this over the top, and there you go. So this is the actual footprint you're looking at for how this thing is gonna be stored, whether it's in the back of your garage in the summer or the winter time, whether it's in the pickup bed of your truck. A lot of anglers will take these machines, get a ramp, drive it up into the bed of their pickup truck, flip this over, close the tailgate, and away you go. You're not even taking a trailer onto the ice. So the ability how these compact down, and that's a great feature of any Snowdog for storage, in my opinion, is super nice. So the Twin Track also has the front light. It's been raised on top of this hood so you can shine what's in front of you. We're heading out on the ice during early morning situations, or a lot of the crappie walleye fishermen are heading off the ice late at night. Built-in light. Again, you talked about the toggle switch on the handlebar. That engages that. Easy use to work on this machine. Very simple engine, not overcomplicated. Snowdog's done a great job of keeping things very simple, but I can access these side panels by literally just pulling both these straps. And you'll see here, very easy. This top slides right open. Now I can access whether it's the battery, whether it's the motor, whether it's to check the oil, a number of things. This is what you're dealing with. It's not an overly complicated system. You get some cold conditions, maybe you leave the lights on, your battery dies, I can jump it. Super easy. I'm not unbolting anything to get to my motor and to the important parts of this machine. So super simple, and again, just go around, bungee these straps, and away we go. We're back out fishing. So now, how we use these machines. I talked to you about some of the features of this thing. Now, how we're using this machine to make our time on the ice more efficient. We talked about the wider track. We had multiple situations last year ice fishing where we had all of our snow dogs on the ice, along with anglers that had snowmobiles, ATVs. And what this wide track, this twin track did, is it allowed us to float on top of some of that snow a little easier. So we had a couple conditions where we had that slushy mess. If you broke through and hit certain spots, you're gonna stall out, you're gonna get stuck. We noticed that this twin track kind of pushed through, had the extra power, had the wider stance, had a little bigger footprint to kind of get over those certain situations. This also pulls larger fish traps. So you can see I got all these different fish traps behind us, right? These are the sleigh style flip over fish houses. Now, if it's not just me and my gear, I can daisy chain one or two of these things, and the extra power and torque of this machine, at least in the sport of ice fishing, helped us propel to the spot we wanted to a lot easier, especially when we get caught in those sticky situations where you could break through that slush, you could get stuck, you may have to go up a hill. I can have that extra power, that torque, that extra space on the ground to grip to pull these machines and our gear to where we need to go. So in terms of ice fishing, I'm seeing a lot of ice anglers really gravitate towards this twin track. A lot of questions are coming, at least to our team, on how this machine works and functions for the sport of ice fishing. It seems to have a lot of the best of both worlds type of setup. Now, fuel economy. This is something we praise Snowdog for all the time. Drew on our team tried to beat this thing up one weekend at his cabin, just trail riding. You have to work extremely hard to kill a tank of gas in this. So the fuel economy on any Snowdog is phenomenal, including this twin track. So you can fill this thing up, you can top it off, and have that peace of mind, that security that you're gonna run all day and not worry about your gas tank being empty and you being stranded someplace. And if you need to, look at the space. We talked about the space, extra gas can, away you go. You're fishing all day long. So super nice, super great system. I'm excited to get these things back on the ice. So this is the twin track. You can check them out at snowdog.com. There's a bunch more stuff I'm sure I haven't covered, but in terms of myself and the team at Ice Team, we have 2 of these twin tracks. It's a vital part of our arsenal. We plan to put them to use again this winter. It is the summertime. We are thinking ice fishing. We are doing some general maintenance, but I'll tell you what, it won't be long, and these bad boys are gonna hit the ice and help us catch some fish. So again, go to snowdog.com, check them out, see us at a sports show this winter, come take a look, ask some questions yourself. Our team's educated on these machines, and we're as excited as you to hit on the ice for another ice fishing season.